Yes, thank you, Madam President. Over the past days, a lot of people in Turkey who are desperately seeking a democratic anchor to hold on to asked me why this House is calling for a freeze of the accession negotiations. And as a friend of Turkey, I wish I would have never had to answer that question. But the violations of the rule of law and human rights are too severe to continue as if it's business as usual. They directly violate the framework of accession negotiations and the Copenhagen criteria. Hundreds of thousands of people have been fired, mass arrests have happened, journalists are imprisoned, NGOs are closed amid a climate of fear and self-censorship. So we have no choice but to respond to the disproportionate measures after the despicable coup took place. It has known only losers. Therefore, we call on the freezing of talks. They could be reviewed when the lifting of the state of emergency takes place and when measurable, fair trial and due process standards are met. Turkey needs to return to a democratic path and respect the rule of law. And furthermore, principles such as the presumption of innocence, freedom of expression, separation of powers and fair trial should have meaning. And frankly, the EU is already losing credibility when it comes to being a community of values, and that is unacceptable. The statement or deal or whatever it's called on migration with Turkey is a case in point. Our vote to freeze negotiations is intended to emphasize democratic principles that the EU cherishes are more than a dead letter.
Erdogans fängelser håller på att fyllas med politiska fångar, media släcks ner, frivilliga organisationer förbjuds, hatbrotten mot hbtq-personer ökar, parlamentariker fängslas. Till mina kollegor i HDP skulle jag vilja säga att ni står för hopp,